Hello everyone, in this video I have a new draw with me / time-lapse video of my new original artwork. I wanted to share a few points of inspiration that were for me when I was creating this artwork and how it came to be. This will be a simple voiceover type of video, so I hope you will enjoy this process and let me know what you think about the artwork or the process in the comments. So I'm still going strong with my goal this year to create more original artworks, and maybe I cannot really draw a lot of them. I feel like it's better to just focus on a few pieces of art that you are really passionate about or that you are really proud of, instead of putting in like a ton of drawings that might not really be interesting to you. Of course, practice is one thing, and then creating something original is another. So for me, the practice part is like more or less done. I don't really feel like practicing that much, but definitely coming up with some original styles and artworks that was more challenging for me at the beginning, or like in the past when I started digital art. So I would focus more on portraits, on fan art, rather than something original. But now I'm just switching up things, and I'm glad that it's going into the right direction. I'm really satisfied with all of the new artworks that I've created, so you can check out my other process videos of those artworks on my YouTube channel, or you can also go to my Pinterest to see the finished results. And yeah, let's get into this video. So the inspiration behind this artwork was just the Polish like greeting or saying that we wish each other when drinking coffee, which is smacznej kawusi, which would translate to have a good coffee or tasty coffee. And yeah, since it is like a little bit of a meme, that was my inspiration for this artwork. I wanted to draw something light-hearted, not very deep or like meaningful, just something that would make you smile, or something that would brighten up your day when you start your day, so that you can just look at the artwork and just have a little bit of smile. So yeah, nothing very deep for this. We also have a lot of like different memes with all of the different like glitter letters and roses and stuff like that. Maybe I will insert some photos on how it looks like, but yeah, I wanted to create my version of something like this. And when I think about coffee, I wanted to have like a more classic type of cup, and I don't know why, but it immediately just the image popped into my head of Dita von Teese in her champagne glass. So that's how I came into the idea of putting just the lady into the coffee cup and have it a little bit Dita von Teese inspired. And because of the whole glamour of the vintage style of burlesque, and also of the more like classic tea or coffee cups that my grandma would have in her cabinet, that's why I thought it would be a good mix in that case. Not maybe a champagne glass, but this time a coffee cup. And what else do we have here? Of course, we have the cat. That was actually a photo that I took of our, or maybe my parents' cat. Her name is Kicia, which would translate like a kitty cat maybe in English, but yeah, I caught her in that very glamorous pose with her paw and the ray of sunshine on her, and I thought that was very beautiful, and I wanted to draw her like in the past, but I don't really draw animals, so I didn't want that to be like the focal point of my artwork, but I've decided that here she would fit perfectly, because first the hair of the character would be the same as the cat, and also the cat's pose is also a little bit like glamorous and very fun and funny. So because our Kicia is always next to us, and whenever we would have coffee or anything, she would be like just next to us, sitting and not being too much. She's never too much, but she does like a company. Thought it would be a good combination of the character and also the kitty, so we have this kind of funny image. And the whole artwork might be a little bit like Alice in Wonderland inspired, because of that scene where Alice would shrink, and then she would be very tiny, and also she had this like bottle with a drink me sentence, or some cookie with eat me sentence, and she would like eat or drink this or that, and she would be bigger or smaller, and since the cup that the character my drawing is in is actually quite big, like a bath, and we also have a cat, like a Cheshire cat. It was a little bit maybe Alice inspired. I had a lot of Alice in Wonderland themes in my artworks in the past, very back in the day when I was like in high school. I would often draw characters that were smaller than the environment that they were in, and this drawing is a little bit for me reminiscent of that. I've never shown my drawings on this channel, my past drawings, because like that was such a long time ago, so yeah, that would never see the light of day. But I did have a lot of such artworks, so for me that was kind of nostalgic to draw something like this. Of course, this is a lot different to what I would draw in the past. In the past, I would also only use like traditional media rather than digital, so it is also a recreation in this type of way. If you are interested more in like technical things that I do, I have a separate playlist called Krita tutorials, and also those other art advice videos. If you want to learn more on my full drawing process, to be honest, right now I don't really change much on how I do things, so all of those previous videos that I've created a few years ago are still valid and not much changed. It's just that my style maybe evolved or something like that, but the techniques are still the same, more or less. So yeah, for more detailed guides you can go there. And yeah, I believe that's everything I wanted to share. Just a simple video of me drawing. So let me know if you've enjoyed that, and see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.